Let's hop right over to the phones, because waiting for us on the other end of the line is our good friend, Dennis Horton. He's the director of the Rockford Regional Office of the Better Business Bureau. Dennis, good morning.
Good morning, Riley. How's
everything going with you this morning?
I'm cold.
You should go in.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm actually fine. I have my sweats on. All's good.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, let's get right to the action. We're talking all things Black Friday.
It may seem a little early. We are 9 days away from Thanksgiving, which really isn't that far away. But we really have been looking at not just Black Friday, but you've been seeing advertisements for Black November. And Cyber November.
Right.
So a lot of people are in the buying mood, and they're online doing so. People are doing their shopping. I know that's something odd for me. I've already started Christmas shopping,
nice.
Which is rare. Yeah, well, because you're not leaving the house to do it.
Right.
With spending will be down, but and people are finding themselves, money may be tight in some households. So we want to really make sure that people are safe while they're doing their online shopping. And there are a number of concerns about online shopping. I know that you probably have seen on your social media feeds all manner of advertisements for all kinds of different products that really do tickle the imagination, and you think, oh, that would be cool for Uncle Ben.
Right.
And then you go online and you order it, and it doesn't come, or it isn't at all what you expected it to be. So here we're saying make sure that before you click on that buy now icon, read the reviews. Go to BBB.org. Check out the company so that you aren't saddened when things don't turn out the way that you want them to be. We're going to be spending, according to the National Retail Association, just slightly less than last year, around $1,000 per household for Christmas shopping, and it isn't money that anyone wants to lose. Other things to be concerned about while shopping online, and it's become a very serious problem, the counterfeits that you could run into while you may get what you ordered, but it comes from China, and it is not the real thing. If you think you're spending good money for a Coach purse, and it turns out to be half a Coach purse,
right,
and not manufactured by Coach or any product that you are looking for, and you're thinking that the price is really good, I would really like to get that, and it's coming from China. I think I might have mentioned when we last talked that I had taken a couple of calls from people who had actually knowingly made purchases from China and didn't get what they expected to get. In one case, didn't get anything at all. So while we're doing our online shopping this year, we need to be very careful and be very wary about what we are doing.
Yeah, in some of those cases, I recently saw one myself that, Ray-Ban sunglasses, normally $250 or more. This special sale will get you a pair of them $37. Well, I read through the reviews a little bit, and the people who had received them, and that was about half and half. Those who had received them said they weren't Ray-Ban. It was a very poor Ray-Ban logo glued onto the frame, and they fell apart immediately, and they weren't even worth the $37.
That's right. It's the research. It really, we don't read the fine print. Sometimes they're, online, they're being honest with you and telling you that there may be issues, delayed delivery. So when they're telling you those things, believe them.
Oh, yeah, especially in the rare cases where somebody's being straight about how things are. Don't gloss over and go, well, I don't want to think about that. I just want to think about the $37 I'm paying for a $250 item.
Right. I actually made a purchase online, and it warned that because of demand, it could be delayed. And it really wasn't delayed, but they did email frequently to tell me that it was en route, and it actually arrived much sooner than I expected. But I knew that.
Right.
And if you know it, then you don't, excuse me, you don't feel that you have been ripped off because you did it knowingly. It's when you don't read the fine print and pay attention to all those minute details and warnings that you might see, then that's when you find yourself in trouble.
And I would imagine so much of the focus of scammers realizing that, the lion's share of shopping, especially looking at the COVID rates around the country, the lion's share of holiday shopping is probably going to be done online. Let's focus all of our scam efforts in that direction.
Yes. As we've always talked, they follow the news. They know exactly what's going on. And they understand, as you have pointed out, that a lot of people will not be risking going to big box stores or retail shopping, unfortunately. I would encourage people to remember that we have a lot of local small businesses here in our city who can and will deliver to you if you contact them, as opposed to doing all your shopping online. And you would be benefiting our community, those businesses, and it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, always look local first if you possibly can. And remember, you got friends and neighbors who are working in these places as well. And you've always heard about that rising tide raises all boats, while lowering it also hurts everybody too.
That's right. And you can be certain that if there is an issue and you have shopped locally, that that merchant is going to be there for you and respond to your issues. And if there's a problem, they will correct it.
Yeah, a lot better than dealing with somebody on the other side of the planet and trying to nail them down to do the right thing than it is to, make that ride, 5 minutes someplace here in town.
That's right.
All right, let's talk about gift card scammers.
It is always, it is the red flag of a scam. When you hear from the scammer that you need to pay right away, especially with the utility scams. You get a call saying, we're calling you from ComEd, and you need to pay your bill right now or we're going to be disconnecting your service. And then you panic and they say, you must pay it now, and you have to do so with a gift card. So you run to the drugstore and you grab that gift card and you pay. The good news here is that before, if you didn't act and act quickly, you would lose your money. So what we have been told, and we are learning, that the gift card companies are willing to assist in this effort now if you act fast enough. And I mean, you really do have to figure out that you have been scammed and move very quickly, because once you scratch off the back and you provide them with that PIN number, they can have immediate access to that money. However, if you realize that I think this is a scam, and you call them and you are leery and you contact that gift card company and the money hasn't been taken yet, they will do their best to get it back to you and refund your money. You need to also contact the store at which you purchased the gift card and let them know that has happened. This is good news, because there are many people who still fall for all of those scams where there is a request or a demand for gift card payment.
That's outstanding, and that has not always been the deal. So obviously, somebody at the upper echelons of these companies has talked to the right people and gone, you know what, we've got to do something here, because this has gone rampant.
Yes, and it's great. You can especially you can contact Amazon or eBay or Google Play or iTunes. All of those that offer gift cards. If you contact that company and you do it well, do it quickly, they will do their best to help you. Gift cards, you should treat them like cash, because that's really what it is. It's cash sitting on a card that's available to the scammer to retrieve. So be careful, especially even with just your gift cards. If you have a drawer like I do, and you look in there and realize, oh, that I had this gift card from Barnes & Noble and I haven't used it ever.
Right.
And then the money is sitting there. Keep in mind also that you really don't lose money on a gift card any longer in Illinois. That money that you have spent for that gift card, if you don't use that card, you don't lose the money. It is turned over to the Illinois Treasurer's Office, and they hold it in escrow for you. And if you do want to do the check online at the Illinois Treasurer's Office, you can get your money.
Oh, outstanding.
You can get your money that way.
But always keep in mind, somebody who wants a gift card for payment is 99.999% a scammer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's one of those that we can say, without a doubt, you're going to be ripped off.
Yep. So don't do it that way. You don't need to see if you can get it stopped. And finally, tech scams, good news.
The good news is when you got that call that said, we're from Microsoft and there's a problem with your computer, please let us on, give us access to your computer so that we can fix the problem and help you out here. Oh, yes, it's going to cost you $439 to fix it. But if we don't do that, your computer will be no good to you. Well, the good news is that there are about 127,000 people who will be getting refunds. It amounts to about $7 million in refunds to victims of tech support scams. And I just wanted to talk about it briefly because we're always saying that people lose their money and it is very difficult to get it back, which is true.
Right.
But why does this keep happening? What do the law enforcement agencies do about it? Well, when they catch them and they make restitution, they then refund that money. So 127,000 plus people are going to be getting refunds. Now, they may have lost anywhere between $50 and $435, which was the average cost, but the refund generally is only about $55, but it's better than nothing.
Absolutely. And it seems like the enforcement mechanism is working pretty well here.
It's the scammers are smart, but the people who are on their heels trying to catch them are equally smart, and they're doing a really good job. Law enforcement is working very hard at solving very difficult issues with scammers of all manner, and they're being successful, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and the problem with it is, where we talk about the coronavirus pandemic. Well, there's a pandemic of scams going on. I mean, this is a global phenomenon, and it's one of those that law enforcement either rises to the occasion and puts a dent in some of this stuff, or the sky's the limit on what scammers can do to you.
Yes, and they have risen. They have done. Law enforcement has done an excellent job, I think, especially in the last 2 or 3 years. With the assistance of international law enforcement agencies working together to put a dent in these crimes, and they will continue. I don't harbor any belief that they are on the trail of ending scams. They're not, because it is a multi-billion-dollar business, and they're not going to quit as long as there are people out here who are going to fall for it. And unfortunately, there are people out here who will fall for these scams. And we do our best to try to inform people and keep them on their toes, but yet not everybody hears it.
Yep, and once again, should you get a call, someone saying, "Hey, I'm from Microsoft. Your license number is expired. We've detected a problem with your operating system. Let us in there." Don't let them in.
That is the worst possible thing you can do. You're letting somebody who you don't know, you've never seen, don't know where they're calling from, and you're giving them access to your computer, where you have stored all of your personal and financial information, and they plant a virus in your computer and download all of your information. And then you wonder what happened. it's very easy to just, if you don't know someone who is calling you, to say, I'm not interested, and hang up.
Right.
As it's although we've all been taught to, don't be rude when someone calls you on the phone. Well, you know what? It's okay to be rude because if they're trying to rip you off, that's the best way to prevent yourself from becoming a victim.
Yep, and you don't want that. So don't let unauthorized people you don't know, into your computer. And keep in mind the other things we talked about with all things Black Friday and then the gift card scammers. There's a lot of people out there who like to reach into your wallet. And Dennis shows up here a couple of times a month with giving you some great information to keep those hands out of your wallet. Now, for anybody who's got questions or comments or concerns, how do they make contact, Dennis?
Yeah, you can give us a call at the BBB at 815-963-2222.
Outstanding information as always, Dennis. I really appreciate it. We'll look forward to talking to you again in a couple of weeks.
Thanks a lot, Riley. You have a great week.
You too. There's Dennis Horton. He's the director of the Rockford Regional Office of the Better Business Bureau.